Hello? I'm just going to use our diaphragm to project.
Then they can't hear you on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, they can't hear us on YouTube.
I don't think you can project quite that far.
Right.
It's unusual because they're always on.
Yeah, they're always on normally. You can hear it streaming? All right. Okay, so it's going to 6:59. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order with a reminder to silence your electronic devices. Also a reminder this meeting is being both audio and video recorded. Ms. Williams, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, Chairman Alexander. Mr. Paul Alexander.
Here.
Dr. Shantae Jones.
Here.
Ms. Ellis Labotnik.
Here.
Mr. Michael Cummings.
Here.
And Mr. Zach Graham.
Here.
All right, thank you, Ms. Williams. And we'd like to officially welcome Mr. Graham to the school board. Welcome, sir. Looking forward to working with you. And in honor of your first meeting, would you like to lead us in a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right, do we have any additions or corrections to the agenda?
No, Chairman.
All right, seeing no additions or corrections needed, can I get a motion for approval in a second?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All motion a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, moving on to the public hearing for the fiscal year 2026 superintendent's proposed budget. If you are here to speak during the public hearing, please see Ms. Williams. I believe we have one person signed up.
We have two.
Two, all right, awesome.
Yes.
All right, so I am opening this public hearing. The purpose of the public hearing is to allow comments directly related to the fiscal year 26 superintendent's proposed budget. The purpose of the hearing is to allow comments directly related to the fiscal superintendent budget. Guidelines: citizens wishing to speak must sign in. When called to the podium, please provide your name and Manassas Park city address, or if staff, title, and work location. Each person is allotted 3 timed minutes to make comments. Ms. Williams will let you know when you have reached those 3 minutes. Ms. Williams, you have noted we have 2 people signed to speak. All right.
Yes. Yes, sir. I am going to first call Ms. Rachel Kirkland.
Rachel Kirkland, 9313 Brandon Street, speaking in capacity of the taxpayer. Mr. Chair, always good to see you, and all of my former board colleagues, board member, welcome. So, am I good?
Okay. That doesn't count against me, Dana. Okay. I actually wanted to come and speak on behalf of the budget, specifically something that is not impacting me directly, but would impact the people on the dais, and that is the pay increase for board members. As many of you know, I served on the school board here in Manassas Park from 2008 to 2023. 2023. And during that time, we were locked in at the same rate of pay. I know this, what is in the budget is a significant jump. If I remember, it is 6,000, 7,000, yeah. And 6,000 for board members and 7,000 for the chair. I can't stress enough to the taxpayers of this community the amount of work that goes into being on the school board. It's not showing up for meetings 2 Mondays a month. It is going to conferences. It is putting time in, having meetings, being at events. You get what you pay for. We have a quality board in this, and we have for, God, so many years. And it's about time that that quality is rewarded by a pay rate that compensates the actual effort and is gives parity to us compared to other divisions, as well as us to our appropriating body. And I still say us because that was a long time to be on the board and not feel, so I want you guys to know that I support that aspect of the budget wholeheartedly. If anyone had a question or a concern about it, I would gladly speak to my experience because I cannot say how much this is richly deserved. So, thank you very much. And at some point you will see me leave because that's a thing I can do now.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Next, I'm going to ask for Ms. Shara Hicks.
Shara Hicks, 9312 East Carondelet Drive. Been a member of this community for 21 years. I've had 3 children in the school system, currently 2 in high school and 1 is now in college. As you're looking at the proposed school budget for the upcoming school year, I would like for you to consider some things affecting our gifted population and the gifted program as a whole, and how changing staffing in the gifted program affects the whole school system, gifted, identified, and general education students, and of course, the teachers whom we always need to support. The MPCS 5-year gifted plan shows bulleted items that need to be worked on, from screening procedures to delivery of services, professional development. There's a long list on there. Much of this, I think, could be addressed with adjusting gifted program staffing. So currently, across our schools, staffing that's dedicated to the gifted program would be the equivalent of 1/3 of a central office position, 1.5 building level positions, meaning there's 1 person at Cougar, 1/4 of a position at the elementary school, 1/4 of the position at the middle school, and the high school is where we have the least specific programming for our identified gifted students, and they need help there. So that's our current situation. Looking at the budget, ideally, a coordinator or a specialist dedicated to gifted education only, and then a gifted resource teacher in each building to support both the teachers working with identified students and address the needs of high ability identified students. That would look like 1 central office person and 4 building positions. That would be ideal. Realistically, it would be so beneficial to have, for example, instructional coaches in all 4 school buildings. Currently, there's an instructional coach at the elementary schools, but none at the secondary level. Providing 1 at each school building would provide support to all teachers to grow their craft of teaching and increase the rigor of work across the board for all students. Or having a dedicated gifted resource teacher at each campus shared across the 2 buildings on each campus. So these positions could provide more consistent service plans for identified students and have an advocate for their unique learning needs at a building instructional level. Those resource teachers could also provide professional growth for other teachers, as they would help them with increasing rigor and thinking about all students, not just those who may struggle. How could gifted staffing affect MCPS as a whole? In the new accreditation system, students earn points in different ways, and more points for pass advanced scores on SOL. So basically, the accreditation isn't just pass rates anymore. It includes increasing numbers of students that are performing at higher levels. It's basically like a mastery weighted index. So advanced, performance level, proficient, basic, below basic. Also, the scores on AP tests are factored now into accreditation ratings. So if we increase the resources going to gifted students and all students through the support we offer teachers through gifted staff hirings, we can help our schools with this new accreditation system. So let's work on it, because we need some help at all schools, but specifically in the high school as well. So that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Hicks.
Thank you.
All right, if there's no one else, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing on the fiscal year 26 superintendent proposed budget. Thank you for everyone for their comments. All right, so moving on to, what do you have? Consent agenda, right? Yes. Assuming everyone has had a chance to review CIP, can I get a motion and a second for approval of consent agenda, please?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving on to superintendent spotlight announcements.
Good evening, Chairman. I'd like Dr. Grosser to come forward for some spotlights this evening.
All right, good evening, Chair Alexander and members of the board, and welcome to Mr. Graham. We have a
lot of spotlights tonight. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. All right, first off, February is Love the Bus Month, a time to recognize and appreciate the hardworking bus drivers who keep our communities moving. Whether it's early mornings, late nights, rain, snow, or sunshine, bus drivers show up every day to safely transport our students to their schools, field trips, athletic sports, and beyond. Your patience, kindness, and dedication do not go unnoticed. You make a difference in people's lives, greeting your students with a smile, ensuring safety on the road, and navigating through busy streets with skill and care. So to all the amazing bus drivers out there, we want to say thank you. We appreciate your hard work, your commitment, and the important role you play in our daily lives. This month and every month, we celebrate you. Now, we did invite our bus drivers, but I am told they wake up earlier than like anyone else in the school division. And as much as we talk with Patty Hurley, our Director of Transportation, at 4 a.m. for snow days, she is like up and ready to roll at 4 a.m. So we decided to let them just watch this on YouTube tonight. But we do want to say thank you to our bus drivers. All right, next up, we'd like to recognize and appreciate our school counselors, a group of incredible individuals who work tirelessly behind the scenes to support, guide, and uplift our students. Counselors are more than just advisors. They're mentors, listeners, problem solvers, and most importantly, champions for the well-being of every student who walks through our doors. They provide guidance in times of uncertainty, encouragement in moments of doubt, and a place for students to express themselves and their needs. On behalf of all of us, we want to extend our deepest gratitude. Thank you for the countless hours you spend ensuring every student feels heard, valued, and supported. Thank you for being the light for our students and making a difference in so many lives. Your work does not go unnoticed, and today we celebrate you. We invited our counselors as well, and I'll tell you, this is how dedicated our counselors are. We have I think there's a multicultural night tomorrow night. There's a STEM night Thursday night, and our counselors are involved in planning all of this. And they were very stressed that they needed to work tonight to get ready for these events, and they didn't know if they should come to the school board meeting or get that work done to get ready for the events. So I told them, you know what, you guys go ahead and watch on YouTube as well. So they were planning to watch tonight to hear us appreciate their work. So just know that even this evening, though they're not here because they're still working to get ready to welcome our families in the rest of the week to our events in the schools. Okay, February is also CTE month, Career and Technical Education month. And I know a lot of us have had some great experiences when we've gone out to the airport for the aviation day, we've gone to our career fairs. Mr. Graham, you'll get some awesome opportunities to go out and see some of our CTE programs in action. They're great. But really, I can't always do them justice because we have so many CTE programs now and they're doing so many great things. So I invited Lisa Wolf tonight, and she's going to speak with you a little bit more to describe what's going on in some of these pictures and some of the work that they have going right now.
Thank you all. I rarely give up a chance to talk about my CTE programs. We are incredibly proud of our programs and more specifically our students. Some of the highlights, February has been insane. We've been everywhere. We thank our bus drivers. They take us places. We thank our counselors. They connect us to programs. And we're just all out busy right now. Some of the images that you can see up here highlight some of the things we're most proud of. Right in the center is a picture of the Instruction to Industry event that we were at just last week. We took 22 students from our juniors and seniors in high school out to the Inova Fairfax campus, medical campus. Our students were dressed to impress. They shook hands, they introduced themselves. I heard nothing but compliments from every adult that interacted with our students while we were there. They explored different pathways in business, marketing, health sciences, etc. They took the resumes, handed them out, they collected business cards. They were all in all amazing. Down in this corner, you see we're doing hands-on stuff all the time. That's just an example of what you would see in any of our classrooms on any given day. That looks like circuits to me, but could be wrong, but I think I'm probably right. We also had our CTE fair. Our students put on our CTE fair at our high school where they share their pathways with other students. We think that our kids tell the story better than any of the adults do. And so we asked them to show off that work. This year we grew that fair, CTE fair that happens during school lunches over to include our 8th graders. And so we were able to bring 8th graders over to interact and see what those pathways look like. It's part of our goals is to figure out how we can deal with the transition years to make sure kids are set up well for playing their next phase. Also, in terms of health sciences, you can see I've got my nurse aides, students in there with their scrubs on and everything. We are very proud that we are expanding our health science pathways to include an EMT program in the coming school year. Our application was just last week, so we have 36 students who have applied to be in either a nurse aide pathway or our EMT pathway. We have 25 seats available. So the bulk of my day today was done reading through essays, looking and vetting attendance, and setting up the rubrics to see which students are going to qualify to be interviewed and then qualified to get one of those coveted spots. I am proud to say that our health sciences pathways have become some of those elite programs that we offer at our high school. It's becoming very competitive and a prized position to be in as a senior to get access to one of those choices. So all in all, CT is going well. We are very proud of what we're doing, and if given the opportunity, I'll come back and give a whole presentation about it later in this year. So, thank you for the time.
When Lisa was sharing with me some of the information earlier today, before I asked her to come up and speak about it herself, I was really impressed by that number of people that have applied for those programs. Because I think when you first start a lot of these programs, we think, are we going to have enough people interested? How do we get enough kids to be interested? And really, who are they going to listen to most? Their peers, right? The other kids. So they're going through these programs, they're loving the experience they're having, and they're telling people about it. And now we're at a point where we may have a waiting list, which is amazing.
So we took all 12 students that were eligible for our first cohort in our nursery. This year, we had 7 students who are eligible to apply.
So that really speaks volumes of the work that we're doing in our CTE program. Okay, next up, we'd like to recognize and express our deepest gratitude to a group of individuals who play an essential role in our school community, our school resource officers. They are here tonight. You see them in the back. And you know, I think if you ever walk into any one of our schools, you will hear how much they love their school resource officers. I mean, you go in and they see them, they're interacting with kids. It's amazing. They're more than just officers in uniform. They're mentors, protectors, and role models. Every day, they dedicate themselves to ensuring our schools are a safe and welcoming place for our students, teachers, and staff. They go beyond the call of duty, not only keeping watch over us, but also building relationships, offering guidance, and showing kindness when we need it the most. Their presence reassures us, their commitment inspires us, and their willingness to go the extra mile does not go unnoticed. Whether it's greeting students with a warm smile, lending a listening ear, or stepping in during moments of crisis, they embody the true spirit of service and community. We thank you guys for your hard work, your sacrifice, and your unwavering dedication to our schools. We are incredibly fortunate to have you all as part of our community. And we do want to recognize, we're going to take a picture so you guys can come on up as I call you out. From Cougar Elementary School, we have Officer Tom Albamona. Come on up. From MPE. From MPE, we have Kelsey Carey, who's been with us for like maybe a month, I think, right?
Yeah, just after winter break.
Okay. So not very long, but again, you walk in there and you're going to see her everywhere. You're going to see people hugging her. She's got a little this. Well, hang on, I have a picture of this thing. You have this thing, this little stuffed cougar. At Manassas Park Middle School, we have Marcel Barrett. And then also not quite as new, but still new to us this year at Manassas Park High School, Victor Roselli.
So which school is your favorite?
Middle school.
Listen, they all have a different approach. You know, Tom gives out stickers, but I feel like if Victor gave out stickers, that might not work.
I give out donuts.
All right.
Yes.
I always like the flag.
Or unless you really want to be in the background of all the pictures.
Welcome to our side.
Thank you. There's 3 of them.
Bye. And finally tonight, the one time a year we turn the spotlight around on you all. We end with the opportunity to express our deepest gratitude to the dedicated individuals who serve on our school board. This February, as we recognize School Board Appreciation Month, we proudly celebrate this year's theme, which is Champions of Excellence, a title that truly reflects the commitment, passion, and leadership of our own school board members. Our school board members are more than decision makers. They're visionaries, advocates, and tireless champions for education. They work behind the scenes to shape policies, provide guidance, and ensure that every student has the opportunity to thrive. They dedicate countless hours to making difficult decisions, always keeping the best interests of our students, teachers, and community at heart. To our school board members, we want to say thank you. Thank you for your dedication, your service, and your unwavering belief in the power of education. Thank you for standing up for our schools, for our teachers, and most importantly, for our students. Your commitment does not go unnoticed, and today we proudly celebrate and honor each of you. So, because it's Champions of Excellence, I tried to come up with something that said champion. See if you agree here. And you know what? Mr. Grant, don't get used to this. I'm not going to give you a trophy every day you're on the job.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we roll.
I'm 1 for 1. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Ellen,
Thank you. We are the champions is going through my head now.
you can take that to your school, put that on your desk.
Thank you. I will. Put it next to my name tag.
Thank you.
Dr.
Will be
Joe?
displayed
I think we should put it
prominently
next
in
to
my
our
students'
name tag.
Very,
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, maybe
Confused.
we take a picture holding them together.
Sure.
Very
Plan.
confused.
So
Why?
you guys
Why?
wanna- I have certificates
great
for you as
meeting.
well.
Kids.
Crystal, I have one for you.
Pictures and everything. Oops, sorry. I don't want to run into
That's
you. I
outstanding. I like it.
just don't want to knock anybody over. Where are we going?
They said they also had a picture of you all axe throwing, so I wasn't sure. This one.
That was a fun day.
I'm never going to let that down.
You're never gonna live that down. All right. I don't know. I don't good? Sure.
You all veer away from the flag. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to pass out your certificates while we wrap up here.
Thank you. Thank you, team.
It's going on my desk at work.
Thank you. And that concludes our spotlight this evening.
All right. Yay. Thank you, Dr. Grosser. All right, so superintendent's announcements.
Chairman, I think I'm going to pass it back to you so that you have one more spotlight announcement to give this evening.
Thank you, ma'am. So February is also School Board Clerk Appreciation Month. It's kind of shallow for the clerk to have to put her own award in, so we took care of that for you this week. So I just wanted to thank Dana and Melinda, who I'm sure is watching online right now, for everything they've done. They keep us, you'll see, Zach, how much they keep us in check, all of the in order, all of the things, whether it's getting us prepped for these meetings, the information, getting us where we need to be, all of the stuff that goes on in the backgrounds. It is, they are a delight to work with. I've known Dana for 6 years now. We've had some wonderful times together, and I appreciate her coming back to the board to help us keep us in check. So Dana, I just want to thank you. We have a little something for you, and just wanted to, yay.
Chairman, I do also have to announce it's Dana's birthday today. So happy birthday, Dana.
Happy birthday.
Oh, we did have a certificate. My bad. Dana, would you like us to sing happy birthday to you? Okay.
Good, so we should anyway. All right.
Okay.
Hold on, good, Noodle.
So moving on to public comments. Ms. Williams, do we have anyone signed up for public comment?
No, Chairman
All
Allison.
right, so we can move along then. All right, moving on to new business, the Manassas Park City School Board governance and norms updates.
Chairman, in the board agenda, we've put the updated norms for you all to review since we have added a new board member to the group. So I'll turn it over to you for that.
Okay. So this is for the sake of every year when we have a new member join, what we do is we have a list of norms. Those norms are published on the district's website, so rather than reading through all of them now, for anyone who's interested in seeing them, they can access them there. Basically, this is our code of conduct as established by the Virginia School Board Association. And then again, as we have a new member, we will all sign the appropriate document, and that document is also uploaded then to the district website, I believe. So, all right, moving on to school board member appointments and committees for 2024-2025.
Also going to share this with you as well, Chairman. We have a list of the current school board committees and assignments, and having a new board member, you all may want to have some discussion about adjustments to those moving forward.
All right, thank you, Dr. So so basically just I'll quickly kind of go over the different committees that we are currently serving on. There are some other kind of lower level committees that are not at this level, which we won't be discussing tonight, but right now we currently have the liaison to Parks and Recs, which Mr. Cummings serves on. We have the Social Services Advisory Board, which I am filling in for from when Ms. Cyberling stepped down. We have Governor's School, which Dr. Jones and I both sit on. We have the VSBA Assembly, which that is for chair and vice. We have the Finance Committee with Ms. Slobodnik and myself, and then we have the Academic Committee. We have the Academic Committee with Ms. Slobodnik and Dr. Jones, and then we have Policy Committee, which is Dr. Jones and Mr. Cummings. So the only thing we're really trying to figure out right now, Mr. Graham, this is actually for you, sir, is we want, Ms. Cyberling was currently on the Social Services Advisory Board, so we were wondering if you might be interested in sitting on that one. It's every other meeting is an in-person. I think it's every 2 months they meet. So the next one is March 12th, I believe it is. And that's an in-person. It's at the community center. If you can do that, that's great. If not, I can continue to do it, and we can work that out offline if we need to. And then ultimately, at the end in July, that'll be when we do the next when the next board member appointments come through. That's when we'll open everything up, and then everybody kind of picks and chooses on what stuff they want to take. So if you just want to think about that and then let us know, we can update whether or not you want to take that board, or if not, like I said, it's no harm, no foul if you want to kind of get comfortable in this first. It's a lot to absorb.
I appreciate it.
All right, moving on to action agenda. There are no action items. So that being the case, all I need to do is move on to upcoming meetings. We have a special school board meeting for fiscal year 26 to adopt the budget Monday on March 3rd. We also have the regular school board meeting March 17th, 2025 in City Hall chambers. And we have the school board presents the fiscal 26 budget to the governing body Tuesday, March 18th, 7 p.m. in City Hall for anyone who wishes to attend. That is a City Hall governing body meeting, not a school board meeting. All right, and moving on to student representative reports.
There are no announcements or student body topics for tonight's meeting.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, moving on to board member comments. Mr. Graham, do you have any comments you'd like to lead us off with?
Yeah, just appreciate the opportunity to be here. Look forward to getting to know you all, working with you all. Dr. Saunders, I appreciate our conversation we had this morning. Again, looking forward to working with you and your team. For folks, we found a common connection in an alma mater, Indiana. Not many folks know where Indiana University of Pennsylvania is, whether it's in Indiana or in Pennsylvania. So we connected on that. But again, I appreciate the opportunity to be here and look forward to serving.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Labonte.
I just wanted to go back to the groups of people that we highlighted on the spotlight, and I just want to acknowledge some of the staff that kind of work behind the scenes, the bus drivers, the counselors, the SROs. I think those positions really are the definition of it takes a village. And so sometimes we don't always see the work that they do, but it is always appreciated. To our CTE teachers, thank you for providing our students all those amazing opportunities. I know some of those students probably wouldn't have had those opportunities without the work that they do, so thank you so much. I think a career is just as important as college, in my personal opinion. To my school board colleagues, I enjoy working with you, Mr. Graham. I'm excited to get to know you better as I continue to work with you. And just thank you to everyone who helps Manassas Park achieve excellence. Appreciate it.
Dr. Jones?
I echo everything Ms. Labodnik just said. Thank you to all the bus drivers, our school counselors, all of our CTE teachers, all of our SROs. Manassas Park is what it is because of you all, so we thank you. Mr. Graham, welcome to the school board. Also look forward to getting to know you and work with you for these next 2 years, 3 years, what is it, 2 years, 3 years? Well, yes. So, and yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Cummings?
All right, so it's great to see all the support with the transportation, CTE, all everybody, SROs especially. They do countless work. Like without them, there's so much that goes on with so many moving pieces. It's a beautiful thing to watch and know how everything works. Mr. Graham, welcome to the board. Let's go rock. And yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry, Chairman Alexander. I'm remiss if I didn't say thank you to our wonderful school board clerks. I did forget you all for all of your hard work. As Paul said earlier, we literally would not function without everything that you do. So thank you, Dana. Thank you to Melinda. I know she's watching. So sorry, I apologize for missing you all.
If you don't mind, I need to reiterate that as an understatement. Dana, I would be absolutely lost. Melinda, you as well. It's like training a squirrel.
Would you like to say?
Yes. Love you, Dana. Thank you so much for everything. Yes, like everybody said, like you keep us together, and we appreciate you for everything that you do, as well as Melinda for everything that she does to keep us in line. So thank you all, and happy birthday.
Okay, I got a couple things. Thank you, Shara, for coming out. We very rarely get public comments, so I'm very appreciative when citizens come out, so I really appreciate that. Couple things, Ms. Wolf, when you do come back, do you have any data on the previous classes and kind of what they're doing, how they're doing, how many of them went into health fields and kind of stuck with it? I'd just be interested to see the success rate.
Sure.
Thank you. All right. Dr. Marbury, just good to see you. Thanks for coming. All right, saw you in the audience. Last thing, I spoke to Dr. Saunders earlier about this today. One of the things we're going to start doing is the board is now, when they have questions, we typically send them in to staff so that they can answer our questions. We want to make sure that the community knows that when we get stuff sent to us, that we are reviewing it and asking questions and then sending it back to them, and they provide answers to us. It's not just simply that they send us the information and we say great. So one of the things we're discussing is potentially starting to share the questions that the board asks, whether it be in a slide, of future presentations, just so that the community knows what kind of questions were asked of the staff and what they came back with as far as answers, just to kind of give everyone a little more visibility into what we're looking at and kind of how we view things. Other than that, that's it for me. Thank you to everyone. I hold a special place in my heart for law enforcement, so it was great seeing all the SROs in here. And if there's no other business, can I get a motion and a second to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting's adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you.